Here's the game. Chino 195. Okay, 20 seconds to play the first move. There he goes. E4, so let's try E5 here. And defend the pawn. Okay, we got a Ruy Lopez. Let's kick that bishop, the Morphy defense. Okay, and he goes for the exchange variation. And he just plays h3. That's an unusual move, but oh, it stops bishop g4. So that's his idea. Let's see. I could play f3 here, or I kind of like queen to d6, f6. I mean f6 or queen d6. The idea with queen d6 is to castle quickly to the queen side. So the queen on d6 is out of the way of this bishop, which can go to a good square on e6. He can play, I'm allowing him to play knight to g5 if he wants to, in exchange for some quick development. Let's see, so that knight's not going anywhere. So let's go ahead and develop the dark squared bishop. Nah. Yeah, I wonder where he's going to castle. Let's castle first. And then I'm thinking about playing h6 and g5 and just pushing these pawns forward on the king side. Let's see, let's move the king over and help protect the a7 square there. Sometimes a nuisance if that bishop drops into a7. So he might be castling queenside as well, but let's get some pawns going on the king side anyway. Oh, he went kingside. That's funny. I thought he was taking all this time to position his queen off the back rank, get it out of the way, so he could castle queenside, and then he went kingside. Okay, well let's get on with things. I want to play g4 as soon as possible. Although I'd like to play it at a point when he has to take, so maybe not right away. And bishop to e2 first. e7. Bishop e7, pawn to g4. We could still play h5, couldn't he? Could. How about a knight maneuver then? Let's leave these pawns here for the moment. Bring this knight around to f4. And he can push his pawns forward. One advantage that black has in this position is I have an extra pawn around my king. I've got 4 pawns here. So if he pushes us forward, I can actually just take it. If he plays a4 and b5, I take, he takes. Then I have to think about it, what to do. Maybe if he plays a4, I should play b6 so that when he goes b5, I can push this pawn forward. Okay, but let's get on with this idea. This is a forcing move because it hits the queen there. He decides to take it off. So let's open up the G file towards his king. Okay, and he's looking to put a knight on C. g5. It's not bad. And if I play rook to g8 though, I can move this bishop but take the h-pawn. So let's go ahead and do that. I think it's going to be difficult for black to defend. Yeah, he can do that, so that unpins. But I can double. I can double on the g file by playing queen to g6. And how is he going to deal with that pressure on the g file? Okay, he has to answer this one, but I guess he's going to play rook over. That's the only move he's left himself with. Yeah, so that rook is defended, so I don't have ideas like but I do have this idea. Queen here, the idea of sacrificing the bishop on h3. He can block with the knight. Maybe I need to bring my dark squared bishop into play here somehow. Okay, so he got his knight to a good square. So what's the deal here? How about if I take with the rook? He takes back, take here, check. He can block with the rook. Okay, so if I take here and he takes back and queen comes here with check, he has to block with the knight. Then what? I could bring my bishop into the game somehow. The other bishop, the dark squared bishop, or the other rook. So takes, takes, takes. And I move the bishop. It's kind of slow. The bishop were already here, and I do that. Or maybe if I double rooks, you know, I still am not seeing it. I guess one idea is that with the queen on h3 and the knight on h2, I can play f3, hitting the queen, so I get that with tempo. Anyway, we'll let him think about it, see if he finds a defense here. So he's going to double on the second rank. So let's talk about this again. Bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes, check. Knight to h2. Then pawn forward. He can actually take it with the queen. Let's think about this though. So rook takes. Yeah, I do have, that's what I have now. I have this rook here. So bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes, check, knight h2, rook takes, g1, check, king g1, and the other rook to g8 with check. The king can't run away and has to come back, and then I have rook to g2. Okay, let's see if this works. Let's do the right bishop. Well, this will be a nice combination if it works out. Yeah, so queen check. This next move is forced. And then rook takes. That move is forced. And then rook here, check. That move is forced. You can block with the knight, I guess. But I can take the knight, and the king still has to... Well, the king just gets mated after the knight moves. And, oh yeah, I have either rook g2 or queen g2. Queen g2 is faster, of course. Queen g2 is just mate. So, yeah, ends with a forced mate. Oh, unless he wants to give up material, like rook here, knight here, blocking the check, queen there, or that way. Yeah, giving up material is another way to try and survive, but what is this? It's a queen versus a rook, so that's pretty good. And let's see if I can mate him quickly anyway. I guess not. His king can walk out over here. Oh, I could play bishop to g5, block his king's escape for one more move. Okay, he resigned. Yeah, it was a losing position for sure. Okay, I will upload this and do a postmortem. See you guys later. Bye.